Hello everyone! Welcome to my YouTube live stream for our subject, Oral Communication in Context. Let's just wait for the others to come. Hi! Comment down below guys if you are already here so that I can mention your names in our live stream. Good morning MJ Carillo from Aquamarine, first commenter for this video. Good morning! Please share this video to your classmates so that they can learn with you today in our class. Please share this video. Mark Jefferson. Hi. Hi sir from Amber. Hi Marian Styles. Shout out sa mga grade 11 Amber at saka Aquamarine. Please share this video, inform your classmates that we are already live for our live stream. So that together we can learn our lessons for oral communication in context. We'll just wait for the others to come. Comment down below your name and section, please. Sir, paano pala yung ibang teacher namin? Magla-live din sila? I just don't know if they will also do live. As we go through our lesson for today, I want you to have your modules with you, and at the same time your notebook, your ball pen, so that you can write important details that I will be sharing for you today as we go through our live stream for our first module for this subject, oral communication. Let's just wait for the others to come. Please keep sharing this video on your social media accounts so that your classmates will be informed that we're live already for our first lesson. Diane. Hi, Diane. Shireen. May Ancheta. Hello. I just rushed going home from school because we had our meeting. That's why I'm a little bit sweaty right now. And at the same time, a little bit nervous. Let me check. please share this video to your classmates so that they will be informed that we're live. Thank you. We'll just wait for a few moments before we start with our lesson. Make sure that you have with you your modules, have a notebook and a ball pen or any piece of paper for you to write on salient details that I'll be sharing for today. Hi, Roslyn Gonzalez from Sapphire. Thank you very much for joining me today, Roslyn. Hi, Joanne Passion. Good morning. Today I'm very much excited for our live stream. You see, I'm wearing my school uniform, my Monday uniform, because I'm very much excited for my role as a teacher. And I hope you're also excited to answer your modules, to read your modules, to study them, and today what you have learned about your modules. And definitely answer the activities that are present in your module. Jonah Passion from Amber. Good morning, Jonah. We're going to be starting in a few moments. Within 3 minutes, we will be starting our first session for our subject, Oral Communication in Context. And by the way, I would like to thank all the students who greeted me Happy Teacher's Day from yesterday until today. Thank you very much for your greetings. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I want to say thank you that you appreciate your teachers, you appreciate our efforts for us to teach you with life lessons and everything that you need for you to become a better person. Thank you very much for your extend your greetings to all of your teachers. Thank you very much, MJ. Noted. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much to all who greeted me via Messenger, those who sent gifts. Thank you very much. Hi, Mark Justin. Good morning. This is just a reminder, okay? Please hold with you right now your modules. Have a piece of paper or notebook and a ball pen so that you can write important details, salient questions that are necessary for you to understand more of our lessons for today. If you have questions, please do not forget to please do not hesitate to message me through our group chat or comment down below. Thank you very much, Aviary and Mamaril. Shout out. What's the problem? I fixed already the comment section. You can comment now at the bottom part of this video. I think you should comment here on YouTube, not on Facebook. Okay? Shall we start? Let me change the music. It's a little bit sad. Oh, here. Good morning, everyone. My name is David Bidichoso. I am your oral communication teacher from Cabarugis National School of Arts and Trades. I am 25 years old and I finished my studies at International School of Asia and the Pacific, Tuguegarao City, and I finished my master's degree at University of La Salle. For this semester, you will be with me as we study oral communication in context via live stream here on YouTube and on Facebook. If you want to know more about me, well, I am a kind of teacher that wants the best for my students. I always believe that my students are capable of doing things, of improving themselves when they learn, when they are motivated, when they are inspired. That's why I always wanted my students to give their best shots with the challenges of the tasks that are given to them. I'm a kind of teacher that inspires, motivates learners. I want my learners also to ask questions of things that are not clear to them so that I could bridge the gap between the misunderstanding that they have and the same time I could share or help them out of the queries that they have. Most importantly, I firmly believe that it should be a two-way process. When I say two-way process, there should be a connection between teacher and students. You need to communicate to me the things that you are not aware of or the things that you need to learn so that I can also communicate to you the things to solve the problems that you face. So in this subject, we're going to learn more. But for this video, our goal are our goals are the following. The first one is that we need to explain the nature and process of communication. Number two, we have to understand the relationship of the functions of communication to our everyday life. And lastly, we need to illustrate the process of communication. We're going to use the first module distributed to you. And I hope that everybody right now, you're holding your modules, you have a piece of paper to write on and a ball pen. Shout out to everybody who's watching this video. Before we proceed, kindly hit the like button for me to check how many students are with me right now. Kindly hit the like button. Please do not forget to subscribe and hit the bell button so that subscribe and hit the bell button so that you will be notified whether I will be going live again or there are videos to be uploaded. Hi, good morning to everybody. Arlene Nicole Gonzalez, good morning. Hit the like button so that I'll be notified how many students are here with me right now. So far, there are 6 students who like this live stream. Are you still with me? There are now 7. May I know the names of my students right now? Kindly comment down below your names and your section so that I can recognize or record the names of the students who are with me today. Kindly write your name on the comment box and your section. KJ Sagaw from Crystal, okay, present. Joanna May Viernes, Crystal. Marian Audrey Amber. Avery Ann Mamaril Amber. Mark Justin Crystal. Okay. Do we have more? Kim Allen Marquez, Crystal. Jessie May Ignacio Amber. Galiw Amber. Tricia May Caliw Amber. Angelo Paulo Lamsen. Roslyn Gonzalez from Sapphire. Princess Antoinette from Amber. Angeline Salamanca from Crystal. Novelyn Tagakay from Grade 11 Amber. Arlene Gonzalez from Onyx. So far, I think we have 12. But there are 23 persons watching my live stream right now. Shout out to everybody. Even if you're not my student, shout out. Thank you very much for watching this video and joining us for our first live stream for our subject, Oral Communication in Context. Mark Jefferson Carillo, good morning. Diane Libranza. There, congratulations, Diane. You were able to comment now. Okay. Do you have now your modules? I have with me my module now. Shall we start? In the first part of your module, you can see there an assessment. An assessment of what you know. It's like a diagnostic test to test what are your prior knowledge or what are your stock knowledge about the subject oral communication. It is a 15-item test. It's a multiple item test, and then I hope that you have already answered this one. There are questions here. It says here, for example, number 1, it is the idea being transmitted by the sender to the receiver. It includes 3 aspects. We have content, structure, and style. What do you think is the answer there? Let's try to answer. Number 1. What's the answer here? It is the idea being transmitted by the sender to the receiver. In questions like this, you have to identify the stem. What is being asked in here? It talks about the idea. Correct, Diane. That is message. It should be message. The correct answer there is letter C. Number 2, it is the response or reaction. So after you receive the message, there is a response or reaction given by somebody. So what is that? Do we call it a feedback, a message, receiver, or sender? The response, what is that? Can you comment down? Feedback. Correct. That is feedback. Right now, we're doing it. I'm asking questions and you are responding. That is a form of feedback. You are all correct, guys. Correct? The message that I'm saying to you, the idea, the concept that I'm talking about right now, it's the idea, it's the message that I am giving. And based on the message that I am giving right now, you are responding via the comment section, and that is what we call as the feedback. Okay? This is just a test of what's our prior knowledge, and I feel like you already have read everything about this module. Well, shall we skip now to this first part because I think we have more concepts to talk about this morning. You can check your answers for this diagnostic test using the answer key that is present at the back of your module. Okay? Okay. If I wasn't able to mention your names earlier, I'll go back to this video and later after I do the live, and I will record the names that are listed so that I will recognize all the students who are joining me for the first live stream. Okay? Okay, let's start with the first lesson proper. The lesson proper of our module for quarter 1, module 1. Am I too fast or am I too slow? Shall I continue with my pace or will I make it a little bit slower? Guys, am I too fast or am I too slow? Sakto lang. Oh, sakto lang. Are you sure? Are you sure that's sakto lang? Okay, if it's sakto lang, then let's continue then with our phase. Lesson 1. Please open your modules on page 5. Page 5. Lesson 1, the nature, process of communication. Okay, there is a picture here, right? A drawing. A drawing of a family. How many kids do we have here? Kindly count how many kids do they have? It's a picture of family, right? How many kids do we have here? Kindly count. There are Comment down below. Comment down below. How many kids do they have? There are 6, correct. Diane, you're again the first to respond. There are 6 kids. Okay. Now, all right. Based on the drawing, what can you say about the picture? What can you say about them? It feels like they are, somebody is trying, or somebody is crying, the baby is crying, somebody is using her laptop, somebody's using his phone, right? The baby is at the back of his father, right? Okay, I have few questions here. When you were a kid, when you were a kid, were you when you were a baby, were you able already to speak? For example, when you were like born about a moment ago, are you able to speak already? Definitely not. You're not lamang, right? Have you heard about the Epic of Lamang before? Isn't it Lamang is an epic of Ilocanos, right? Of Ilocano. When Lamang was born, the story says that he was able to speak immediately. He can lift heavy objects. Well, definitely we're not like him. We're not like Lamang. When we were kids, we are not yet that good at speaking. It took us time for us to develop our skills in speaking, correct? We started with the recognition of sounds. We started with syllables. We started with mama, papa, and then as we grow older, well, we develop the skills by our sense of hearing. At the same time, we process the sound to our brain, and we imitate and we produce the sound with our mouth. That's how we learn, correct? Now, in this picture, it explains, well, as you can see here, it explains how communication happens in a family, right? Well, the baby cries because maybe he or she is hungry. The boy on this side, on the left side, is talking to somebody. That's also a form of communication. Somebody is using her laptop. That's also a form of communication. Everything about this picture for me, well, it shows communication itself in various forms and even in levels of communication. Right? So that is our start for our topic. What's in? Let's proceed. When you exchange, on page 6, you can see here an explanation. When you exchange ideas with someone or you send information to others, you do it in 2 ways. Either you use words to say, verbal, that's word. With the use of word, that we call that verbal. You either use words to say what you want to say, or you express your thoughts through gestures and facial expressions. In this way, we can characterize communication that could be either verbal or non-verbal. When we talk about verbal communication, it's when we communicate or express ourselves using words na isawang sinasabi. It could be written. That's also verbal, na isurat. Verbal, use of words, either spoken or written. On the other way, when we talk about non-verbal, we use facial expressions. We use hand gestures like hit like. That's the meaning of it, non-verbal. Okay? That's verbal and non-verbal. Since then, people have the inherent need to communicate. Humans are social beings. Do you agree to that? Do you agree when I say that humans are social beings? Yes or no? I think yes. You know why? We always want to express ourselves. We always want to talk to somebody. Well, in my personal case, I always like to talk. I don't know why. I want to express myself. I want to communicate to others because I want to interact with people. Because in one way or another, when we talk to people, we learn something from them. We get to know who they are, what is inside their head, and what kind of life do they have, right? That's why we humans are considered as social beings. Well, try to imagine you are left alone in an island. Definitely, you'll find ways on how to escape that island because being alone is never okay. Social beings, it means that we need others. We need to communicate to people for us to be happy, for us to feel what it means to be alive, right? Okay, let's move on. Over the years, communication has progressed tremendously. Language developed side by side by with technology, right? Well, if you try to imagine, what if this pandemic happened like 20 years ago? Oh no. For example, 30 years ago, we don't have yet the internet, the connection, the Wi-Fi. Try to think of it. Do you think it's possible for me to do live stream for your lessons? Of course not. Well, if you try to compare before, they use for them to express their feelings to the people that they love, they write it on a piece of paper. They write it, yeah, that would be very much boring. They write their feelings on a piece of paper and then they would give it to your crush. Well, unlike now, if you're going to say something or you want to say to your crush that you like him or her, it would be just like a lift of a finger and a tap on your keypad, and that's it. You'll just say, "Hey crush, ako pala to." And then after that, kayo na agad. Sana hindi naman ganun kabilis, okay? Huwag ganun. Sa tamang panahon. The right time, you'll find the right person for you, okay? But nevertheless, I'm just trying to present to you how technology affected the way of communication, how we communicate with people. Are you still with me? Are you still with me, guys? Okay, I hope so. Please hit the like button if you're with me. Okay, let's continue. Okay, here's your first activity. Do you have your paper now and your ball pen? Let's try to answer activity here. There are pictures. There are 5 drawings in your module, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the task here, it says, look at the pictures below. Identify the different ways of communicating with others. Write on a separate sheet of paper. Let's start. Number 1. Okay. In this picture, we can see here, the picture, you can answer this by starting your sentence with, the picture shows, blah, 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 blah. Can we do it now? Let's start with number 1. The picture shows what? What does it show? A boy watching a television, right? So that's the answer for number 1. Now let's try number 2. In this picture, we can see a teacher. Well, I am assuming that this woman here in this drawing for picture number 2 is a teacher because the context, the place displayed here, it's like a classroom. So I'm assuming that she is a teacher before pandemic because we don't have in this picture, they're inside the classroom. While now in this time of pandemic, we're doing this live stream. Okay. In here, there's a woman, there's a teacher. What? The teacher is presenting what? Teaching. Or let's be specific. Let's be specific with what she's doing right now. She's doing what? She is... What's the word written on the board of this picture? What do you think is she talking about in front of her? Well, I think the teacher right now is discussing the rules. Yes, rules. Okay, rules, right. The teacher is explaining the rules in her class. Why do you think that we have rules to be discussed in class? Well, definitely. Rules are intended to control the behavior of students. So maybe in here, in this picture, verbally, the teacher is presenting the rules in the class for her to control the behavior of the students or pupils. Pupils because I think they are kids, right? Yes, they are kids. So pupils, that's the appropriate term for us to describe the audience of the teacher. I think for number three, well, okay, let's try to answer a little bit of it. Well, these two girls here, they are discussing something, right? If you try to look at it deeper or closely, they are holding science books, right? They're holding science books. Maybe this, they're, and on their head there is a star and a moon. Maybe they're talking about, I don't know, maybe about astronomy, astronomy maybe. Next, number four, somebody's crying. The girl is crying. What do you think is the context of this one? She's holding her face. Maybe she's suffering from toothache. Mm-hmm. Maybe she is defeated. I think so. That's also possible. Based on her facial expression, well, it displays agony. Or yeah, maybe she's sad. She's melancholic. Number five. Sana lahat kayo makaka-graduate, no? Right? Sana lahat tayo mananalo, okay? If you do your best, definitely you will also graduate. Okay, number five. They are playing. You can see the hand movements in their hands. So, you can answer this one already. That's easy. Let's move on. Okay, let's now proceed with what is it? What is communication and why do we communicate? Okay, nature of communication. Will I read it? Okay, I give it a try. Nature of communication. I'm now on page I'm now on page 8 of your modules. Please open your modules on page 8. What is communication and why do we communicate? Nature of communication. Communication is a two-way process of connecting to both living and non-living things. It is also means of sharing and exchanging messages, information, ideas, and feelings for mutual understanding. That is according to Gregorium JC 2015. Well, it's a two-way process. The word communication ends with a suffix ION. That means that the word communication is a process. Remember that one. It says here that it is a two-way process. It's not a one-way process. Therefore, as a person sends a message, that is one process. The second one is when the person interprets or understands the feedback received. That is the second process. Therefore, a communication needs what? The act of sending message. And the second one is when we interpret or analyze or dissect the message or feedback received. That's why it's considered as a two-way process. Next here, it says that communication connects people and the world that they live in. Of course, it is through communication that people are able to express their thoughts and ideas or convey information and messages through the use of mouth, gestures, and signals, signs, and others. people have always communicated with one another in various forms. Well, it says here that communication connects people. I agree to that. You know why? For example, in